back to Smugglefist Games. We're going to continue playing the Crystalline faction. And we finally have a design that actually functions. So that's pretty exciting. I think, actually, we're pretty close to being able to head back to our friendly territory in the center there. Whoa. We do maybe need more breaks. Although, catching these smaller ships, you don't know, as long as our weapon turret speed isn't keeping up. That is actually the problem. The turret speed here is 688. So this is actually a much faster turret. How fast are these turrets? Are all, this is the fastest turret we've got. So I don't know how we're going to be able to keep, you know, how we're going to be able to keep tracking up on some of these small ships. I think the real solution might be to just not fight them. And stick to slower ships. Can we handle all this missile fire without shields? It looks like yes. It looks like our guns are shooting down the missiles before they can actually do any damage to us. So this is no problem. Fighting these enemy plants is usually a good source of resources. Oh, we're almost out of energy. So that clearly means we don't have enough power conduits on this ship design. What are we going to take off to make room? You know, we turn fine. I'll take those off. And a couple of these guns. We probably only need 1 or 2 more power conduits. Ooh, even one power conduit is more than we can afford here. It looks like this faction really has trouble generating energy. We can upgrade our size a little bit more to make room for those. Let's see. Do these take energy? Do the missiles take any energy? Maybe that is the mistake I've been making. I should be using more missiles. Yeah, they do not take any energy to fire. And they're pretty long range, but they only do 120 damage. And this fires 10 times as fast. Yeah, we're gonna stick to plasma condensers, and we're just gonna add lots of power conduits. Yep, you can see that regenerating there, and our energy is going back up. Gather these resources, and we're gonna head for the nearest station. We'll take out this ship. I think we can take it. Okay, now we are having more trouble turning because I had to remove those engines. But we're still more maneuverable than some of these guys. The nearest station is going to be this one back here in enemy space. Ooh. Can we handle these fast ships might be able to tear us to pieces bit by bit. They're just too fast for us to get a good shot on. Okay, all our resources are sold. We have tons of credits. The bigger guns have longer range, but they don't have the turret speed to track. They have a lot more range. That's going to be useful down the line, way off into the future. But long term, let's see. This is 3 times the resource points. 3 times the resource points. It does only twice the damage, but the range, really I think you're going to invest in these for range. So I'm just going to increase our size for the time being. Keep bulking up our size, and we can make sure we have endless power this way. Put some increased boosters back on. We do need some increased stopping power, though. So, you know what? Does this fit? Doesn't fit. You know what? This wood could be dragged down to there. And now, I think we can add brakes. No, we still cannot add brakes. Huh. Now we can add brakes. I've sort of ruined my symmetry here, but I think we're going to need brakes. Okay. We should be a little bit more well equipped to keep up with those teeny little fighters that have been swarming us. Is perfectly going to use up all our design points. We are not in a safe place to be doing this redesign. But maybe we can catch this guy? Take him out? No, we're in serious trouble. We're about to be destroyed. I misjudged the power of that enemy fleet pretty severely. So, what's our next objective going to be? Let's check the map. There are some... these agents... I think some of these agents are weak enough that we could handle them. So we're going to fly straight into the... well, straight out of the purple space here controlled by the contestants. Contestants are ships designed by players from, like, the earlier alpha phases of the game. Okay, we'll clear some of these plants off, and then we'll head after that red triangle on the mini-map, and hopefully we'll get a big juicy bounty for taking out an enemy agent. It looks like it's actually a fleet of little fighters with long-range lasers. It might be too maneuverable for us to catch up with. Uh-oh. We're actually faster than some of these ships, it looks like. So we can sort of strafe, pick up. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Taking enemy fire. We can't turn anymore. I'm going to spend my credits. I'm going to spend one. Some increased size here. Oh my goodness, the resources. We have to survive and pick those up. Got to get those. Those are huge purple balls of resource. Okay, we're full. We're full. We actually can't carry more resources. What allows us to carry resources? A factory would allow us to carry 100 more. The power conduits allow 100 as well. The factory... maybe we should grab the factory, but... I really don't want to build any allied ships because I'm such a novice at designing for the Crystalline faction that I'm not confident in my designs will be worth building. Oh, we're full on resources and we need to get out of here. We can't, I'm trying, but so many of our engines were destroyed, it was really hard to steer there for a moment. We can head for the nearest allied station and sell off our 2,000 resources for 1,000 credits. And then head back out there and keep fighting the good fight for the Crystalline army. Okay, our resources have been sold. Or, oh no, they haven't all been sold. Now they have. Okay, upgrades. I think I want the ultimate plasma condenser at some point. Compared to this, let's see, it's about 5 times the points and 4 times the damage. That doesn't sound great, but the range is going to be a lot higher, so we don't really need to put ourselves in as much risk. So I am It's also the most expensive upgrade we'll ever get, so I am going to save up for it now, because once we have that upgrade, we won't have to worry about saving up anymore. We'll just be able to increase our size as we feel it is appropriate. 2,400. 2,000. Currently, our ship is much smaller than that, so I do not think that would be a safe conquest. What I think would be best is to get the credit bonuses from station rescuing. There are a lot more stations back down here. There's this one there. You know, that's the closest station. We'll go for it. It is actually in the contestant region of space, so there will be more of those very maneuverable player-designed ships that we'll have to contest with, but I think that we're big enough to handle them now. But we're not fast enough to catch ships like that. And it doesn't matter how good our tracking is on our turret guns if we just can't stay in range. So the longer range weapons are going to probably be a godsend in that respect. Here's the station. And activated. So now we have the ultimate crystalline plasma condenser weapon. I'm going to immediately deploy one. I think this is maybe where I'm going to do it. Oop. Okay. Does it fit? No. Ah, yes, it does fit. It does fit. But wow, this is going to... We don't really need to be able to turn as quickly because all of our weapons can actually rotate on their own. So, how much energy does this take? 92 times 5, 9 times. Okay, so we're going to still need all of our plasma, our power conduits, not plasma conduits. Still not there. Couple more? Okay, perfect. So let's get that built. And that built very quickly. It is keybound to left mouse. Do I want to have it on left mouse? Sure. That'll give me something to control. There it is. This is our new long-range weapon. I'm going to set that to auto fire, I think, actually. Don't want to have to hold down the left mouse button. Auto fire does not fire at incoming missiles. I think that's going to be the correct selection. It's not... There we go. Wait, it's still on left... It's still... Only when I left click is it firing. Interesting. No, that's fine. Upgrade. Not enough credits. I think we're really getting the hang of this crystalline battle cruiser style here. And I finally found a way to protect my core. That was the problem with all the other designs. The enemy ships were able to sneak shots in and destroy my core very quickly at the beginning of the battles. You can push stations around. I do have enough thrusters on the back there that it's actually not that difficult to push stations around like that. It can help, ooh, there, when you ram into these asteroids, you do break off your pieces, so you do have to be careful in that respect. He's still able to stay out of my range. Huh. I guess the very large plasma condensers are really only meant to fight much larger opponents. I think this is going to be a good stopping point. I feel like I've finally shown off how you can advance in this game. You learn more about your designs, you earn the resources, you unlock additional things for your designs. So I think I've finally shown off Reassembly and the joys of playing the game. The only thing I didn't really get to is attaching a factory here, and you can then spawn whatever designs you want. They'll join your fleet, they'll follow you around. You can even take control of the designs of these stations. Even if these stations are not yours, you can still control what they'll build there. And now this ship, when it gets enough resources, will build a copy of my ship. I won't control it. It'll be just controlled by my faction AI. But it's really nice that you can design just a huge range of ships. I haven't done that with this faction. I have with the Terran. As you saw, there was quite a range of ships that I had designed all of. I think this is going to wrap up our look at Reassembly. But stay tuned for another game next time at Smuggle Fist Games.